Sexual violence is a broad term that describes behaviors and actions that are sexual in nature and are unwanted, coerced, and committed without consent.
That's an okay start, right? I don't have any urge to shout, "No, fuck you, that's wrong," or something to that effect at least. Let's hear an example then.
This includes words both written and spoken.
No, fuck you, that's wrong.
And online harassment, also known as cyberviolence.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't want anyone to get raped, believe it or not. But I gotta say, some of these PSAs, especially the ones from Canada, as we're looking at today, make me want to assault someone just on principle. Because someone has to show these people what is and isn't violence, and make it stick. I'm thinking of filming myself using someone like an unwilling meat sock, like a fleshlight that cries, just so I can show them the tape and say, "Look, this is what you can call sexual violence. A tweet that says, 'nice ass' can be sleazy, but it is not violence." In seriousness, I don't think I could actually do it, though. Physically, I don't think a situation that would be rape would work for me. I'm not on board with affirmative consent, some versions of which make non-consensual reaches for hand-holding into sexual assault, but if you're not totally super enthusiastically into it, I'm not interested. Not because that's a standard that needs to be upheld, but because, bitch, if you're not excited, I'm gonna find someone else who actually deserves to hop on this dick. So, what we're going to be looking at today is some content from a site called breakthesilenceNS.ca, which you know is going to be good when they prominently feature a handy-dandy wheel of sexual violence that includes jokes and sexist advertising, whatever they might mean by that. Perhaps support groups for survivors of abuse will soon see an influx of women who watched ads for razors that were... I can't believe I'm saying this in 2017. Pink. Yeah, plenty of other stuff on their little wheel is horrific. But if you're going to be focused on tackling something so serious then, in my eyes, you've really got to be flawless, or as near to flawless as you can be in the execution of your campaign. Because otherwise, the whole thing becomes a joke, including any decent parts. On the flip side, you can even push some bollocks if your presentation's convincing enough. Don't even say it, commenters. But one slip that makes you look silly and can be latched onto in the right way can undermine everything you're trying to say if it can be used to make a mockery of your message. I mean, look at this. Their site has a video about rape culture with multiple people saying things about it. Here's one lady's point.
Rape culture teaches people not to get raped.
Brilliant. Thanks, rape culture. What would people do without you? Another one of the biggest kisses of death for a campaign like this is when they make an attempt to engage a younger audience. And I don't mean little kids or tweens. Even when folks trying to do this stuff target teens over the age of consent, it's like they slip into "greetings, fellow hip young adult" mode. This campaign's attempt to reach younger generations comes in the form of a couple, pretty decent looking, cartoons. Let's watch them.
Zach, she's been on the nectar all night.
She's fine, Noel. Right?
Dude, couch, water, pizza.
I thought you were my wingman.
I am, dude. You should thank me.
She's totally into it.
Doesn't count when you're wrecked. Hammered equals date rape.
For reals?
For reals.
Wasted equals date rape for reals? That's hella sexual assault, bro! I approve of the message. You shouldn't take a bee upstairs to bang if she's so drunk she can't even speak. In fact, I'd argue you should never fuck a bee. How would it even work? Use the stinger somehow? Force the whole creature inside you? Mash it up and rub it onto your cock like moisturizer? Just don't do it. Like I was saying, the message is fine, but I think the execution's given me a terminal illness.
Buzz off. This isn't a mating dance.
Hey, chill. Let's get bird shit faced and party.
You chill and keep your hands off her tail feathers.
Damn. Talk about buzzkills.
Damn. Talk about not knowing when it's time to bail.
Oh god. I can hardly complain considering some of the sketchy wordplay I've unleashed on Twitch streams, but this is just punful. I said the messages were fine, remember? Not that they weren't blatantly obvious and a waste of time to make a cartoon about. If you're at a party and someone doesn't want you near them or doing what you're doing, Why would you push it? Waste your time with people who don't like you and start a confrontation. It's not something that needs teaching. It's not how that works. The people who are going to push that are going to be just fucking assholes. They're not going to suddenly not be an asshole at that moment because they saw this cartoon. I don't believe it's ever going to do anything except waste money.
Time to fly the coop, Hivehole.
Alright, let me tell you my theory. That bumblebee with an afro is their black representation. A sassy black woman bee. They want to include human diversity in some way, even though they're using animals. And my theory is that this beefy fucker is meant to be their representation of a trans woman who doesn't pass as female. Now, somehow, they ended up deciding another episode was a good idea. And the trend of diluting sexual violence continues. In one episode, they went from sex with someone who's totally wasted to dancing next to someone who doesn't want you near them and touching their arm. Episode 2 takes the next step.
Dude, did you just post a comment about how tasty Kim's breast looks in her bird bath suit?
Yeah, so?
So?
That's so insensitive. Her uncle was just hunted, killed, and eaten for Christmas.
That's a dick move. Delete it before she sees it.
Shouldn't post photos like that if you're gonna egg your pants about the comments.
Isn't that more analogous to having your period than pooping your pants? That's kind of messed up.
Wrong. It's not her job to keep you from being a douche.
Yeah, it's mine. Just thank your lucky stars that I didn't bring my katana with me to school today.
Okay, I'm deleting it. Sorry, I didn't think.
That's right. You didn't think. B-brain.
Ah! I'm just imagining the human equivalent of whatever the fuck that's meant to be. Have you ever been cock-blocked so hard that your dick inverted? Anyway, yep. Saying someone's boobs look good when they post a picture of themselves in a swimsuit is apparently sexual violence. Sexual violence some people make a living off of, though. I'm talking about Instagram hoes who get paid to post product placement because they get that kind of attention. Good job wrecking a business to protect Milady, White Knight Jock, otherwise known as Sir Block's Cockalot. I guess for once though, this isn't a feminist effort, because confronting someone smaller than you to try intimidating them into following social standards you want to set sounds like toxic masculinity to my ears, and encouraging men to be enforcers of proper norms above and beyond the law through an ever-present implied threat of physical violence sounds pretty patriarchal to me, too. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.